What's up, everybody? It's your boy. Um, Behind me, I have an Optiplex. Uh, this is a Dell Optiplex 7010. Um, I got it so that I could do uh, a mod to, I guess it's a mod, but to upgrade it to a gaming PC. Um, so I brought a graphics card. I brought uh, more RAM, things like that, right? So, one of the first things I wanted to do, right, was a plexiglass side. Now, as you can see here, when you open this comes off, and you have the inside of the Optiplex, right? Now, my original idea was to go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or something along them lines and get a piece of plexiglass, right? But uh, because of the pandemic right now, um, basically I got myself a poster frame. That's right, everybody. A poster frame that has a plexiglass front. And my plan is to cut it out and put it here. So this is what I came up with. Check it out. So right here on the floor, I have the frame that I bought. Now this was a 16 by 20 inch frame, right? It was a poster frame. Okay. Now the way this poster frame comes is this go. I don't know. Everybody's seen a poster frame before, but some are different. You know, these all stick to the side, and that's basically how you put the poster in. Well, what I did was just take these plastic pieces off. Boom, boom. Took those plastic pieces off, and now you can see here's the plexiglass, right? Here's the paper behind it, and here's cardboard back, right? So what I did, right? Now this is a plastic that comes on the poster, but you can see here that the square that I cut is right here. So the way I did that, now I'm not removing this plastic, only I don't know why, but even though this is garbage, but I'm leaving this plastic for now. Because I don't know, I might have to use this for something later, but so what I did, originally I measured it. And I said, you know what, let me just measure it out, which the measurements on the Dell Optiplex is 15, the Dell Optiplex door is 15.75 inches by 13 inches. So I measured it out, and then I noticed it was like messed up how I measured it. So whatever. So what I did, I just took the door, put it on here. So you can see this would be where the poster was. Alright. I basically put it on here. Right? Well, mind you, you know what? Mind you, I actually, hold on. Basically, I moved this out of the way. Right? Then I put the piece of plexiglass on top of the cardboard. Right? So now we can really see it. Now we can see it better. Should have did that to begin with. But now, boom. Now, the cardboard is going to serve as a cutting board, so you don't cut through whatever is underneath it. But look, so I put the door on here, right? So that's the frame, right? And then I drew a line. I outlined it, right? Perfectly, making sure that the corners were matched up the whole time, right to the corner, directly to the corner, perfectly. I drew the lines, right? Then I had my outline. Then I got this, which is a plexiglass cutter. Alright, this is called a plexiglass cutter. It cuts up to 1/4 inch of plexiglass. Okay? Now, what I did, now you gotta be careful because this plexiglass is really, really thin. And I kind of want it really thin plexiglass. Alright, I would say this is as thin, if not thinner, than a dime. Alright, so this is no thicker than a dime. So you want to try to go this thin if you're going my route. A little thicker might be better because you never know, down the line it could crack, but I'm going to take really good care of it. But again, no thicker than a dime. So then I took this knife, and obviously I had the outline, and I cut hard. You know, you really got to go in there hard, and you got to make sure it's actually really hard. Like, as you could tell, how I didn't crack this piece as I was doing it, I don't know. I think I got really lucky. But I did crack, like, right here. I cracked. Which this is garbage now, but still, somehow this side wound up cracked. But you have to go really carefully and really hard. You have to just slowly cut, and then you'll stop wherever, and just slowly cut your line. Boom, 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 right? And then keep going. Do it again. I would say do it about, I had to do it about 3 to 4 times. Right? And then I would feel for it and see if it would crack. And then I would just crack it nicely. Nicely, nicely, nicely. And the piece came out perfect. But yeah, so that's basically what I did there. Don't forget I used a plexiglass knife. So now the poster frame was about $8. Right? I would say on average you're gonna get one of these for like $8 to $15. So I would say it's 16 inches by 20 inches. Obviously, you know, this is a cheaper frame. You know, look, and that's kind of what I was going for, to be honest. But you know, 16 by 20 inch frame, you're gonna find for roughly $8 to $15. Now, if you're getting an expensive one, they could go anywhere between $20 and $30. I'm pretty sure, and up. But you know, I got this for $8. Now this, you can find. Just look around. You know, it's a plexiglass cutter. Okay, you're gonna find this probably everywhere, but as well as, you know, Amazon, Target, Walmart, anywhere online, you'll find it. And it should be anywhere between, I would say, $4.50 shipped for free to, I would say, about $8 shipped for free. So $5 to $8. So $5 to $8 and $8 to $15 for the frame. Now, what did I pay? I paid about $7 for this and $8 for this frame. I don't know how I got that lucky, but so I would say, yeah. All right. So how did this come out? All right. Well, all right, guys. So here it is. Now you can kind of see some bubbling around the sides. I don't know, but here is the piece of plexiglass. Now let me show you what I did. This is the piece of plexiglass, right, that I wound up cutting out. Now the plastic film is still on it, and I'm just leaving that for now. This actually comes off. It's on the other side. But so what I did was using black electrical tape, which originally I was gonna paint this originally. Right? I had all this paint set up, which I just happened to have, and I really didn't feel good about painting it. So what I did after looking at it, I said, you know what? Let me try to just use electrical tape and just see how it comes out. So what I did was I first put the side pieces, right? I first put the side pieces. Hang on. I first put the side pieces. Now, I went a little longer on both ends. So I went to like here to here. And then what I did was on the ends, I just wrapped it up a little bit here and a little bit here. That's on the back end, right? And I did that for both sides. I went a little longer so that I could wrap it under, and a little longer, wrap it under, and then on here, a little longer, wrap it under, a little longer, then wrap it under. Then I ran a piece right across here. And a little longer on this side, a little longer on this side, and wrapped it under, and wrapped it under. And I wound up with this piece. And I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to put a piece down here yet. I really don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I'm impressed with the way this looks. I know that, like, when I do that, you can kind of see some bubbling here. See that right there? But I really don't think you're going to see that. Even though the camera's picking it up really well. But from where I'm looking, you really just don't see it. But, alright, so now let's see how it's going to look on the computer. Alright guys, so this is kind of how it's going to look on the computer, right? Now, it's not fully on there because I actually didn't go that far yet as to figuring out how I want, oh wow, it's actually staying on there, but how I want to attach it to there. Now, I've seen people use double-sided sticky tape. Not really a fan of double-sided sticky tape. Plus, I want it to be removable, right? Now, my plan is, oh, it's good to see it looking like that. But if you notice, so now I'm going to take it off. But you'll see what it's actually covering. You see how it was actually covering this metal right here. It was covering this metal right here. It was covering all this. And it just made it look really nice, you know, in my opinion. I mean, oh crap. Right. So, I mean, look at that. It looks great, in my opinion. Now, you know, you might want to cover this, like make a square here, right, and cover this. But I'm actually kind of liking the way it looked. My original plan was to make a square here and cover that, but it actually looks kind of good. But I like it. Now, I still have to change out the power supply on this, which I have and I plan to do. I still have to install the graphics card. I still have to install different RAM. I'm actually going to use this RAM for something else, but I have a whole 16 gigabytes of RAM for that. This has an SSD and a hard drive, but yeah, let's not focus too much on that. And I'm trying to do some lighting here and around. We'll see what happens. The fan I actually got has lighting. The power supply I actually got, power supply has some decent lighting. I'm going to see how that goes. But, so back to this piece. So my plan is to Velcro it. I plan to use Velcro because Velcro is removable, right? So my plan is, right, here's the piece, right, is to put Velcro, say here, pieces all over, right? Sorry, pieces all over here, right? Piece, right? Maybe even down here, I'm not sure. But Velcro, and then Velcro on this side, right? The other side of the Velcro, and just kind of lightly attach it. lightly. I don't even want to press on it hard and have it stuck on there, because when I want to remove it, I want to be able to just lightly take it off. And I also, I don't know, I don't really want dust going in there, which I don't think dust is going to, this is going to be closed off, trust me on that. But I really don't want dust going in there. But if you look here, like, this is actually under that, right? And I do want a little bit of air breathing, which you won't see it open, but it will be able to breathe, I'm sure. But that's how I want to do it with Velcro. But again, I didn't get that far, and that's actually going to be my last step. One of my last steps. I'm going to do the power supply. I'm going to do the RAM. Yeah, and I'm going to probably put the graphics card in, test everything out, get it all ready, and then the final thing is going to be, well, one of the final things is going to be to Velcro this here, or see how it goes. And then depending on how that goes, I'm gonna, depending on how well this lights up the unit, I'm gonna either leave it like that, right, or install additional lighting somewhere here for my daughter, right? So maybe LED strips here, maybe a LED fan. I want to try to do something LED in the front here. I think regardless of how this looks, I want to do something LED in the front here for her. But yeah, so that's the plan. But this video is really a focus on, this is my first video in the Optiplex series, only because it's my first thing I started to do, which is odd that I started to do it this way. But first thing I did was this plexiglass that I made from a poster and black electrical tape, using a plexiglass cutter. This little white dot actually comes off. I just can't get it off right now. It's like a little, whatever. There it is. It's off. But so I think this is gonna look great, in my opinion. And the plastic is still on the other side, right here. So anyway, that's how you use a poster frame, which I've never seen anybody do this yet. And I've seen people use like a Lowe's piece of plexiglass from Lowe's, but to use a poster frame and put it on there, pretty original. But yeah, wish me luck, guys. This is just the beginning of the Optiplex build. I'll keep you guys posted. Subscribe to me channel. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. Leave a comment. Follow me on social media. Louis 6 Cards.